This pattern is currently developing on the Bitcoin charts, and this is looking very dangerous. This is a typical Wyckoff distribution chart. We'll be explaining that exactly in today's update video. What do I expect is gonna happen next after we are forming this chart now? What will be my next game plan and much more will be discussed in today's update video. So as always, let's get started with a shorter time frame. And in a shorter time frame, this night we have been seeing a further continuation to the downside. Ethereum has been tagging the range lows, and after that we have been coming back to the upside again. My trade is back at break even, so that is very nice. Bitcoin as well is still consolidating sideways inside of this range, and we can have a look into a new pattern being created, possibly this symmetrical triangle pattern with this upper level of resistance and this uptrending level of support. Currently, Bitcoin is starting to get squeezed inside of this symmetrical triangle pattern, and if we see a further development of this pattern, this could be a very good and nice breakout trade we could take in the coming few days. On top of that, Bitcoin is still holding above this crucial level of support. However, during this entire range that we have been forming right over here, well, there's a very dangerous pattern that we have been forming in the last 100 days or so. Because if we further zoom in this price section right over here, we can have a look into this chart. And this is a Bitcoin Wyckoff distribution chart. It is a classical pattern that usually tends to form at the tops. We have distribution charts and we have accumulation charts. And accumulation charts form at bottoms. Distribution charts form at the tops, where the strong hands and the big players typically sell off into the weekends, sell off into the retail, sell off into the small players, typically at the tops, where FOMO tends to be getting created. And because this Wyckoff chart distribution is looking so picture perfect now in the Bitcoin chart, well, that is why I think this is looking very dangerous, okay? We had all of the phases before, which were exactly following the Wyckoff chart, and right now we are in the last phase D stage, where, you're forming the LPSY and the SO phases, hanging on live support, which is quite literally happening with Bitcoin right now, hanging on live support right now, and after that, well, you usually see a breakdown and then a markdown phase in phase E. So like you can see, we are right now exactly in the LPSY stage, in the SO phase of phase D, and after that, if and when you lose this level of support, well, then you tend to go much and much lower in a markdown phase. Now, it is not determined on how low we can go if we are going to be entering this phase E. For example, we could just be seeing a break to the downside and a retest of the 50 weekly moving average, maybe dip down below it a little bit and then go to the upside again. This could be a very possible scenario if indeed this Wyckoff pattern is going to be playing out. However, definitely, in my opinion, it is no coincidence that this pattern, this distribution pattern, has been getting created at the end of the 4-year cycle, while momentum is weakening, while it looks to be like this cycle could be over again on the 4-year cycle theory, and the on-chain indicators have all been getting exhausted. So in my opinion, this is no coincidence. This is definitely something we should be aware of and we shouldn't take lightly. Now, in my personal opinion, I do not want to get overly bearish just yet. Okay, if we are going to be breaking back above this resistance here, break above the 113k level, in my opinion, I do think that this Wyckoff distribution phase is going to be getting invalidated. And in my opinion, we should still be relatively bullish on Bitcoin as long as we still remain to trade above the 50 weekly moving average, and then I still do think we should be having a look into higher targets. So that is also going to be my game plan. If we break above the 113k level, I definitely do still think that new all-time highs are going to be on the table. And as long as we hold above the 50 weekly moving average, I'm going to be considering this Wyckoff distribution, but I will not be shorting Bitcoin. I will not be selling huge amounts, definitely not with my leverage positions. And as long as we stay above the 50 weekly moving average, I will still remain to be cautiously bullish. Definitely aware of all of the bearish signals we're getting, but definitely still bullish as long as we hold this bull market trend line. Anyways, if you're going to be getting interested in trading yourself as well, make sure to check out the second link down below. Trades over on Wyckoff, because with the 25% trading fee discount that you can claim with my link, Wyckoff is having the cheapest trading fees out there currently available, and you can be claiming some insane deposit bonuses. Right now, a 50% deposit bonus on whatever you deposit. So that's quite insane if you ask me. Make sure to check it out with the second link down below. Anyways, the reason why I still want to be optimistic about Bitcoin is basically because gold is seeing a slight correction after this insane surge to the upside. Right now, it is starting to correct slightly, and we already know that whenever gold consolidates after a big move to the upside, usually that money tends to flow back into Bitcoin, and usually Bitcoin tends to pick up its lead. On top of that, we do know that Bitcoin can be doing some surprising things, even though the 4-year cycle theory might have already ended. Okay, we are at our end stage of this 4-year cycle theory. Well, we might just be blasting through some new all-time highs to get everyone in again, get everyone bullish again, and then top out. So I still want to be optimistic about the Bitcoin charts. I still want to be hopeful about new all-time highs, but I definitely also want to be aware of the big warning signals that are currently playing out on the Bitcoin charts. So anyways, if you want to know exactly what I'm doing in absolute real time, make sure to join my Platinum group with the first link down below, because over here I'm sharing every single little update about what I'm thinking in real time, my exit orders, my buy orders, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking about the market. So make sure to join the Platinum group, which is free to join, with the first link down below. And anyways, definitely for Ethereum, we need to see a break back above the 4.1k level, and then definitely we can break bullish again. We have this night we have tested the bottom side of the range again, which is definitely making me feel very bullish and making me feel like we can be tagging that 4.1k level at the very least again, and then break above that level, get to the range highs again, and then potentially see a bullish breakout again to the upside. Let's see if we are going to be initiating that. Definitely in this last part of the cycle, I think ETH BTC can still turn out to be bullish and can still see another leg to the upside. It is still just going to be a waiting game until eventually Ethereum against Bitcoin is going to be breaking outside of this downtrend. Whenever ETH BTC is going to be breaking above this downtrend, I think the next leg up can be getting initiated, and we can see a rally just like we have seen right over here, just like we have seen right over here, and just like we have seen right over here. But anyways, with that being said, let me know in the comments down below what you think about this Wyckoff distribution phase which is being created now. Should we indeed be getting cautious? Should we indeed be getting warned by these signals approaching in the Bitcoin charts? What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Check out all of the links in the description to claim these bonuses and to join my Platinum group for free. And anyways, guys, with that being said, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.